What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to this multi-time frame forecast. We're going to be going over Euro USD. Now, before we get started, I want you guys to do one thing, and that is just like this idea down below. Not only does it support us, but it really does give others the opportunity to see these videos, not only learn from it, but potentially scrape away some pips as well. This week's been a little crazy because the fundamentals from the results of the president-elect in America, as well as a potential vaccine for the COVID, is coming out, and it's totally affecting global markets, especially since there's going to be some sort of legal litigation between the president-elect and the current president over the legitimacy and the claim of the president-elect itself. So it's going to be affecting global markets over the foreseeable future. That being said, inherit significantly less risk when you're trading. Try to trade pairs or execute trades that have higher probability outcomes for your desired result, obviously winning, take profits, and look for trades that have better risk reward ratio. So at the moment, I always say the bare minimum should be a 1 to 1.2, which is absolutely garbage in my opinion. You should be looking for 1 to 2s at the minimum, but in times like this, it's advantageous for you to look for anything above a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. And that being said, we can get straight into it. So this is Euro USD. We're just going to do a quick update. We've already talked about this pair several times in the past. We're just going to update everything here. So if you don't remember, start on the monthly time frame, looking at a general trend, initiated, tested, confirmed, and then it's tested once more here. But the great thing about here, it's tested on the 61% fib of this leg. So if we look back here, in addition to that, it's also structure, previous structure. And it's also coinciding with this trend line on the monthly time frame. So what we were doing is waiting for some or confirmations on the lower time frames prior to entering, and we're getting those confirmations as we speak. So real quick, I just want to come into the 4-hour real quick, throw on the handy dandy script that we created specifically to assist you guys in understanding the contextual environment for the trade. As you can see, we're still in a green environment, which is telling us that we are still bullish at the moment. But if we go down here, we can see that we are starting to make breaks for lower lows, and that being said, lower highs as well. So once we start breaking below this area of structure and then coming up and testing this area of structure right here, so let's just draw it for you guys. So if we come here and then we're testing this and just laddering down, we can actually confirm that we are looking at a bearish environment. And I think we can look for entry conditions around this 117 area as well. So keep that in mind, guys, when we're executing this trade. And basically, we're in a position of waiting at the moment. So let's go down to the daily time frame real quick and just see if we recognize any particular patterns that are indicating that we are getting the momentum shift that we were looking for, some sort of reversal. So up here, we could see that we had some consolidation, testing this area of structure multiple times, and then we actually broke through, this. Oops, you could probably draw that better. Oh my goodness. Whatever. You guys get the idea. Let's try this. So we broke through this trend line right here. And not only that, we came up and we tested it as resistance. So it was previous support, turned resistance, and we're coming back to this area of structure right here, and we're actually testing this area of structure as resistance. We don't see any particular patterns forming for a short at the moment. The only thing that we have that's indicative of a short is this push downward, which broke past this area of structure right here. So that's the only thing that we have indicative. Basically, what we need to see is price coming down here and testing this area of structure once more. And if we can get that, then we can have some sort of confirmation in addition to our handy dandy script that we created, giving us the green light to actually execute this trade. Until then, we're just patiently waiting. I can see over the next couple of hours, if not days, this trade manifesting and giving us a confirmation, or at the very minimum telling us that it's not ready to go yet. So we could be seeing an entry for this particular trade within the next hours or a couple days prior to market close on Friday. We personally don't like to trade on Fridays, and personally, for me specifically, don't like to have a lot of open trades over the weekend because fundamentals can come out and it can drastically affect our positions when the markets open on Sunday for us specifically. So that being said, we're just in a position where we're waiting. We're just testing structure. You can see that it already broke through. It's confirming our bias at the moment. On the higher time frames, you can see that we have a valid setup that was already validated, obviously. And now we're just in a position of waiting. So this is Euro USD, guys. If you guys are following along and you're taking some money, then you guys would have made some pips over the last couple of months. Last month we did 5,000 pips. Last week we did 400 pips. That's why we're not being too risky at the moment, considering the contextual environment from fundamentals. No need to be greedy for us. We already made our money, and trading isn't just about making money. It's about wealth preservation as well. So that's where we're trying to keep it safe, guys. And that being said, this is Euro USD. You can see our take profit and stop loss is above. Let's go to the monthly real quick. Our stop loss is just above this area of critical structure. So we could actually move it lower and just above this area of structure right here, which would give us like ridiculous risk reward ratio, but we wanted to give it some breathing room. In addition to that, our take profit was this 127 extension. However, we're going to be likely moving it towards this area of structure where we would see some resistance and some bouncing action. And it's better for us to just take it out manually here, assuming price is giving us that opportunity, than trying to be greedy and trying to scrape away a couple extra pips going towards our intended TP, especially since we can have a bounce, trade the bounce on short-term targets, and potentially re-enter on a short again. So we do have on a macro trend some downward momentum, obviously, from this descending trend line. So there's no need for us to try to be greedy and try to scrape more. There's always going to be more opportunity in the market. So this is Euro USD, guys. Hopefully you guys are following along, making some money along the way. If you guys have any questions on how to scrape away the same amount of pips that we're scraping away month over month, feel free to message us. It goes down in the DMs, guys. We'll be more than happy to teach you, preferably teach you how to fish. But if you're learning on a time constraint, or if you're just time constrained in general, and you want to just make some pips along the way while you're learning, feel free to message us. We'll be more than happy to share with you how to scrape away all the pips that we are making. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like this idea, comment down below, comment your perspective of this pair down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.